Hey guys, it's me, Brian. I'm back. Yep, I am gonna try to make this a regular thing. Second episode of IMO. Now, Marvel, after I made that video, made a big, huge pile of announcements. And I am gonna talk about that, but not in this episode. In this, I'm going to discuss the big news that TC made. Partly it's to give respect to both companies, but also because a friend of mine, Hanu, asked me to talk about it, so here I am. Now this is going to take a little bit longer than the last video, I know that for sure. So hold on with me, because we're going through a whole list of 6 years of movies. Yup, you heard me right. Now before we go with this, I just want to get this out there. I love the DC Comics characters. I grew up on the Bruce Timm cartoons. Batman, Superman, Justice League. So I love these characters. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about the upcoming movies. And for the record, I thought Man of Steel was good. Wasn't great, wasn't crap. I thought it was good. If I had to rate, I'd say roughly 7 out of 10. Now, let's move on to the news. Alright, so they have said that for 2016, we have Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Suicide Squad. And for 2017, we have Wonder Woman and Justice League Part 1. Then for 2018, we have The Flash and Aquaman. Then for 2019, we have Shazam and Justice League Part 2. Then finally in 2020, we have Cyborg and Green Lantern. And if you guys don't know what those are, I will go through there, each one individually, and talk about it. That's where the length comes in. But before we go into this, I just want to quickly say that while I am immensely excited about the possibility of these movies, I do think that it is a little rushed and that they're trying to copy Marvel. Alright, so let's talk about each movie individually. Batman vs. Superman. Well, for those that don't know, this movie looks like it's going to be typical comic book, two heroes find each other, fight, and then finally team up. But I don't know. Anyway, getting on to the actual announcements. First of all, I gotta address Ben Affleck as Batman. Honestly, not my pick, but Ben Affleck is a good actor, and I think he'll do good. Next up, we have Lex Luthor being played by Jesse Eisenberg. That one I'm a little iffy on, because come on, Jesse Eisenberg? But you never know, so I'm keeping it still as eh. Then I gotta talk about rumors for this, one of which being that Doomsday will be in this movie. Now, if you know who Doomsday is, you know that is a huge misstep if they go that direction. Because Doomsday, for those that don't know, it's complicated, but basically he is an alien designed to beat Superman, where every time he dies, he comes back stronger and adapt to the way that he did die. He's just this big ball of powerful rage that in the comics, first time he appeared was in the Death of Superman arc. Dude literally killed Superman. So having him this early in the thing, I think is a misstep. But like I said, it's just a rumor. Another rumor is that Lois Lane and Superman are getting married, because there was a set pic that showed Lois wearing a wedding ring. Now, if they go this way, I think it's a little different, but I like it. Then there were also another rumor saying that Superman will die in this movie. Just like Doomsday, I think that would be a huge misstep, but you never know. Alright, moving on to the stuff that was just announced. Suicide Squad. For those that don't know, Suicide Squad is basically a secret team of like anti-heroes and somewhat reformed supervillain forced to be part of this Black Ops team where, just as the name implies, they go on suicide mission. And I honestly think that this is a good thing, that them getting their own live action movie would be good, because it would be a good way to show how a superhero movie could be an action movie, superhuman elements. Alright, next, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is getting a movie. My knee-jerk reaction is about damn time. Wonder Woman is part of the DC Trinity. There's 3 go-to characters, yet she's only had one successful TV show and one failed TV show. No movie. And they've already said that they're gonna use Gal Gadot, who, if you don't know who that is, look her up. She's most famously known for being in the Fast and Furious movies, or at least I think the latest, which I did see, and I thought she did a really good job in. And I think with some acting training and muscles, she could be a good Diana. Not my pick, far from it, but I think she could do good. My only thing, it seems like they're going the new 52 origins and making her a demigod, which I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, moving on to the next movie, Justice League Part 1. All we know about this is the name. I do have some hesitations about this though, because first of all, Part 1, what does that mean? Second of all, half the members of the League have yet to be introduced in their own movie. But I will go ahead and say that, given what I've said before, I do think this movie could be epic if done right. And that's a huge if, because I'm not sure that DC, as long as all their movies are being done by Warner Brothers Studios, not sure they could pull it off, but I think the potential is there. Alright, next we have The Flash. Now, it seems by all accords that they are going with Barry Allen Flash, which is kind of weird considering that they're currently doing a TV show with Barry Allen Flash, and it's not the same actor. Matter of fact, they've confirmed who the actor is for the movie universe, and it is a guy named Ezra Miller. Now, I'm not too familiar with his stuff, but I hear he's a good young actor. He's been in Perks of Being a Wallflower, and he played the titular Kevin in We Need to Talk About Kevin. Both movies I've heard are really good, but I have yet to see. But just the fact that they're going for a younger, lesser-known actor kind of perks my interest. But on the flip side, I don't know how I feel about two Barry Allens at the same time. One TV show, one movie. And how exactly are they going to do this movie without retelling his origins so soon after the TV show? Oh well. Next up, we have Aquaman. Again, I say about damn time. I love Aquaman, and I think he is so overlooked by the general population. They just see the old school classic cartoon version. They don't take time to read the comics, especially the newer Jeff Johns stuff, or the Bruce Timm cartoon, where he was an utter baddie. He is an awesome character that I think could be great on the big screen. And they have confirmed who they've gotten to be the king himself. And that would be Jason Momoa. Now, I like Jason Momoa. Not sure I'd pick him for being Aquaman, but I've liked him in what I've seen him in, so I'll give it a shot. Next up, we have Shazam. Basically Captain Marvel. The DC Captain Marvel. Now, recently, ever since they've started the New 52, they've changed his name to Shazam. I don't completely get it, but I also do, to some extent, because Marvel's very popular right now, so they're putting kibosh on the name Captain Marvel. But anyway, to those that don't know, Shazam is basically a kid that magically gets basically the powers of Superman when he says the word Shazam. It changes him from a kid into a grown man. Now, for that role, I think you would need a particular actor. You would need someone who is buff, but also good at comedy. Someone who looks like they could go toe-to-toe with Henry Cavill's Superman, but also have that childhood innocence that comes along with the character. Now, they haven't cast him yet, but we have found out that The Rock, yes, Dwayne Johnson, will be a character named Black Adam. For those that don't know, Black Adam was basically evil Shazam, but then sort of became an anti-hero slowly over time in the comics before the New 52. And from The Rock interviews, it looks like they are going with more of an anti-hero feel for Black Adam. And interestingly enough, even though previously it was stated that there was a no-jokes policy rumor for the DC movies, that he said that this movie will have humor in it, which I'm so glad to hear because he is one character that needs the humor. Moving on, we have Justice League Part 2. I've already said my piece about it. I don't know what else to say. Next, we have Cyborg. Now, for those that don't know, Cyborg is basically this guy who got into an accident. His father saved him by turning him into a cyborg, and so it could be interesting. It's just the biggest thing about this is it's only in the New 52 that he's been associated with the Justice League. Previously, he was a Teen Titan founding member. Hell, he was a prominent character on the Teen Titans cartoon, which I loved, by the way. And they have announced an actor for him, Ray Fisher. Now, this one is interesting because with Urza, the guy playing Barry Allen, he was a young actor who was relatively unknown but had done some stuff. As far as I can tell, Ray Fisher has just done stage performances and a student film. This will be like his big break. Hell of a big break. So I can't really say anything about his acting skills, but I can say that the fact that they're going for an unknown actor, I like, but we will see in time if he fits the role. Alright, so lastly, we have Green Lantern. Now, you guys know who Green Lantern is. They even did a movie with Ryan Reynolds about it. Now, I thought the movie was just slightly better than mediocre, in my opinion, but it didn't do well in the box office. So they're doing a complete reboot for this, which I think is fair because Ryan Reynolds, while I think he is a good actor, he was wildly miscast. Now, saying that it's just Green Lantern is an open-ended thing because there are 4 prominent human Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan, who was in the movie, Jon Stewart, who was in the Bruce Timm cartoon, Guy Gardner, who was in the Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon, and Kyle Rayner, who is yet to have a prominent role in a cartoon, I believe. Now, given what I just said right there, they are probably going to go for Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart. I really hope that they go for Jon Stewart. And not just because I love the cartoon, but because I like the character more personally, and I think he could bring some good military aspects to this team. And also, I want to say that I really hope that the Guardians of the Galaxy movie proves that you can have a space epic superhero movie. So please do not do like the last movie and have it be about otherworldly character, but yet have most of the movie set place on. And hopefully the popularity of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie will prove that it is possible. Again, I want to restate that I love the DC comic characters, and I realize that I have been a little harsh on these movies, but it's just a lot at once. And before all of this big stuff, the only thing we've seen is Man of Steel. Marvel built up their universe slowly. DC, it seems like they're rushing it. But I do love these characters, and I am hoping, really hoping for the best. I'm just very hesitant about it. Alright, thanks guys for listening to me. I do realize that this one was a little bit ranty. I will see you next time, where I will be talking about Marvel's game plan for the next few years. Till then, see ya.